hero? What makes
That guy gets picked like every single time.
What makes him good?
His ulti's amazing. The Ice Vortex is very good nowadays. He's a good lane synergizer with heroes like Sven, CK, makes all those things work.
Wow, a Conquer. That's great.
Ooh, we have seen him pick like Lanham's Kunkka
Not in my hands.
Not in my hands. Here he is.
Is good.
Yep.
But it's not necessarily a recipe for success for Vici so far. I think they won with it once, but
Yeah, they did. They won that
Conquer.
the finale game yesterday.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They also
There's no
lost.
way we're seeing another TB, so.
Well, they picked up what was like a Bane Mirana strat, I think, in the game.
Oh yeah, you're
Lost.
right. You're right.
So we'll see if they do go for the. Well, either the, I mean, with the Mirana, I think it's fine, but with the Bane, I think it's hard.
The fact that they're
Bane,
dissuaded
Bane.
from picking their Nyx tells me a bit of something, because this team loves the Nyx Assassin, and now LFY has instilled fear into their hearts of picking it.
You know, it would be a great hero to see this game. Warlock.
Warlock, yeah, it's good.
I would love that.
Something a little different. We saw what.
We saw one Warlock.
We did
back
see a
in
Warlock.
That was an EU.
That was an EU. You're
Yeah,
right.
we've not seen a.
That was OG.
That was
Yeah,
OG.
OG played Warlock. But no,
Let's think about where the W used to
yeah,
be.
here at DreamLeague. So something a little different. Bit quite early on as well.
Lane with
Big
Pico
team
and
fight
Buddy.
coming out already from Vici.
5 seconds.
Fatal
Maybe.
Bonds plus Kunkka seems pretty strong.
Why pick it up so early though, as Owen said?
Not too sure actually. The last time I saw Vici open up like a lineup like this, they had like a clear-cut game plan that they wanted to synergize with. They did the Undying Disruptor, and then they had a couple other heroes they picked with it. So, trying to think what it could be this time though.
LFY.
This team loves Pugna, so Pugna just keeps coming to my mind for Vici. But
I could go for it. This is the same opening as LFY had previous game.
yep.
Yeah.
And the Sven ban, same ban that we saw last time.
Night Stalker?
Night Stalker.
Night Stalker pick for LFY, yes, and a Sven ban from Vici.
10 seconds remaining.
Sir?
Mm-hmm.
We confer,
5
sir.
seconds remaining.
I'm
How
assuming
worried
he's that
are you
giant thing that
about
says Night Stalker right
your
there.
war room
Where's that?
order and stuff?
I mean,
You
they
see those
they
too?
smash it every time, whatever.
Where lane would this guy go in, Blitz?
They grab like 15 heroes.
Yeah, they did. They did.
This lane?
It looks like the Dire has an unfair advantage at this point.
It's okay. They're spreading out the team for sure.
Dire team
That's
back.
Night Stalker.
No, that's a
The
Bat
Bat Rider
Rider.
Bat
ban.
Rider ban, yeah.
Bat Rider?
See?
That's a Bat Rider ban.
Yeah.
Why ban out that hero? He doesn't do anything.
They don't want to pick it themselves, and they worried about
10 seconds.
I don't know, 11?
remaining.
Bat?
LFY's
But why?
turn to ban.
the Vision.
Right.
But so far, I
They
mean,
have-
you mentioned that that LFY likes the Vision. They already got 2 heroes that provide that.
Yeah, I feel like that's the name of the game.
Who
for
got banned?
LFY for
CK?
me. Yeah,
CK?
that's CK. I think maybe the Bat because they want to be able to have Afu playing in that aggressive lane. Like he wants to be running around with Inflame and just running around the map. And if the Bat Rider gets picked up, he has to stay in that safe lane because AA just gets kind of ran over by Bat.
Monkey King?
Monkey King ban.
King ban, yeah, by LFY. Again, damn it. I want to see Monet play it.
10 seconds remaining.
Not gonna happen
No.
unless they pick it up first too, which is I like
5
doubtly ever
seconds
gonna happen.
remaining.
Yeah, unlikely.
1 second remaining.
So based on the play previous game, what was the one thing that you felt like VG Gaming was lacking based on draft?
Damage.
Disable and damage, yeah. They were actually lacking a lot. They didn't have building heaters either.
No.
It was very surprising. Like they were, like Will likes to touch on is like you want to have like certain tickers, and sometimes you look at a draft and like they're hitting everything. Vici's draft the last time, they like had very little physical damage. They didn't really have great ways to push out lanes. It just seemed like they were missing a lot of the things that you'd like to have inside of those drafts to make them really cohesive.
Do you feel like the Warlock and the Kunkka already kind of solved that problem, or is it not like done enough? They have some disable.
They've got disable and they've got catch already from these two and team fight. So
I guess
See
the
if they-
Golem can allow them to go high ground. I mean, it's not
Yeah, but it's-
necessarily a tower pusher, but
I think that's the problem with Warlock though, is as we've been saying with a lot of heroes, it's just on such a long cooldown. If you mess up that one fight, unless you've got a really good draft that benefits the fatal bonds, the
But
hero can be-
Tidehunter worked out for LFY, and that's another
Yeah,
hero
but
that has
as you
to-
saw, like that Tide that game, it wasn't all about the Ravagers at all. It was just the fact that they had this hero that they could just put on the front, and it was very hard
Okay.
for the team to get around.
I'm seeing kind of like a pushy lineup coming out, I feel like, for Vici. I feel like they might pick the Pugna this game.
Yeah, lots of heals.
good hero to stand in the lane versus this. They can't like put too much pressure on this Juggernaut. They can leave him alone and run around with the Kunkka.
5 seconds remaining.
And I think it's nice. I know that obviously the AA is strong against stopping the heals, but having 2 heroes with the heals, you know, at least means that once the Ice Blast wears off, chances are you're going to have one of them
Juggernaut?
to top your team back up and keep yourself fit for the push, and yeah, even stay outside the base and try and break high ground at a time that's maybe quicker than LGD FY are going to draft for.
Yeah. Now they're hitting more of their tickers, right? They have team fight, they have catch,
And
and
they
they
got
have physical damage and
And
power push
sustain.
from Jug. Yeah, and sustain. So right away, it's already looking a bit more
More balanced.
cohesive. I'll use it more
Yeah.
balanced.
Dire team pick.
Right.
And
This is, I mean, this
Same
is still the
draft.
same. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, I think that's really
Get 'em.
scary though. This Super DK is just, there's something about it that LFY are just,
Nope.
you know, a couple of levels ahead of any other team when they play with the DK.
Mm-hmm.
Will, what do you think about the draft so far?
10 seconds remaining.
Nothing really too unexpected so far.
Yeah.
I think LFY probably the most stable team in China in terms of like knowing what they're gonna do. Like this 3rd pick Dragon Knight is kind of cliche at this point,
Oh.
but they're gonna pick it up. In terms of what Vici does, I think Vici is a little bit more out of the box because they're gonna go for heroes like this Warlock. But at the same time, like the Kunkka is something that we've seen, I think, Lanham do twice now, to varying degrees of success.
LFY's turn to
Oh, that's an Ember. And Ember's,
Again.
I think Ember right now is like on the up and up, especially in China.
Okay. I think it's still going to be tough. Well, we saw, yeah, the Ember last game, didn't? I mean, it sort of had that, you know, that strong point in the middle where, you know, sure, his spells still
10
do a
seconds
good amount of
remaining.
burst, that he can kill some of the heroes, but there's that point where as soon as they start pushing in,
5 seconds
and especially with like tanky heroes, like I mean, like they're going to have this game with the DK and the Night Stalker, there's going to be a point where this Ember can do very little. And
Hey,
Lycan
a new hero.
pick.
They've got
New
Night-
wish.
They've
New
got
wish.
Night Stalker too, so you got the double benefit from the Howl,
Mhm.
and they can always make it be nighttime.
And it's a very strong push here with Lycan DK.
2 BKB building cores as well to deal with that
10
Kunkka.
seconds remaining.
There's like a
Turn to ban.
normally when you pick your 4 like that, it works well with the Night Stalker. The downside is sometimes you can just get straight up like something like Bloodseeker, but obviously this isn't really going to be a problem in
And
a
they've
game
got
like
a
this.
ban. I think they're probably gonna ban that Bloodseeker, right? Just in case.
You think so? Because
Oh,
then
no,
the
whoops.
time.
Oh, I
Vici's-
didn't even say. I didn't.
Yeah,
Never mind.
Vici's lineup would be really odd.
Yeah, that would be really awkward.
But as a
Oh,
whole
yeah.
right now, I think this is a pretty good Lycan game, especially since you can go Roche relatively uncontested. Like Kunkka's a little bit annoying for the Roche fight, but in terms of like the vision game, they don't really have anything for Vici.
10
So for him to be able to
seconds
sneak it, it's pretty easy. The wave clear is okay right now for
5
Vici in the
seconds
form of the
remaining.
Ember, which I think helps their lineup a lot. But at the same time, I feel like this Lycan should go relatively uncontested. You need to get rid of like the heroes that absolutely destroy the hero, like Bat Rider, but that's already been banned a while ago. I think Bat versus Lycan is really unplayable.
What other heroes could they go for that work against Lycan?
That work against Lycan,
Yeah.
they need an offlaner, right? Which is really
Yeah.
curious that they left it to the absolute last pick, because this isn't how you would see an LFI versus newbie draft go, for example. But
No.
you need a hero that has instant jump, that can follow up with the Warlock and the Kunkka.
I got something.
What?
I'm hiding something. We'll see if it happens.
What, for which team?
You know.
For LFY?
Mm-hmm. No,
For
Vici.
LFI?
For Vici.
For Vici.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll see.
Both teams haven't picked their offlaner yet.
Could we see some like Darkseer Wolves shenanigans from LFY?
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a while
Dire team
before.
pick.
Oh. Slacks, you should have predicted
That wasn't the hero, but I'm
you
still happy.
should have gone with your heart,
no.
Slacks. The Omni Knight.
Fantastic. Let's
Yeah.
take a look at this draft here. Omni Knight, great against X marks the spot. Certainly amazing against Juggernaut. Anytime he ults, he has to think about it. Ember Spirit as well. Pretty okay against him. What they are lacking, though,
Remaining.
is a stun. What's up with that? They don't like stuns over there? Omni Knight ain't the greatest at
DK.
grabbing people.
Lycan.
Lycan ain't a stun.
Or Night Stalker, I mean.
Night Stalker's a real crappy stun.
There's
Was that what
absolutely
you
no way you
answered
guessed
that?
that.
It was.
It's definitely.
Razor. Boom. As predicted.
What is that?
That's Razor.
I think I did do.
There's a bit of a glare on it, but you can clearly see it's Razor.
Razor. I mean, Razor's pretty good against the DK and stuff, but I mean, overall, I think. I
Fine.
mean, I know you're gonna ask, but I think LFY.
He's at the bottom right, or left, I mean.
Man.
You think LFY got some hot stuff?
Yeah, I think, yeah, Super DK, I believe.
Thanks,
it's
guys.
just-
By the way.
It's just too good, though. They're too good at fighting around it, and having a Lycan and an Omni to... They've just got such a good team for a DK draft, I think.
Lack of stuns that that Slack said.
I don't think that'll be an issue, because I think they'll just be running them at the 5, and it'll be a point where, you know, VG are going to have to like throw down the chaotic offerings to defend, and as soon as the chaotic offering's down, LFY just going to shove in, and it's going to be very hard for Vici Gaming to stop that sort of a push.
All right. Owen thinks 2-0. Fog, are you going to back him up?
Yeah, Vici doesn't really have a whole lot of disable either. It's just really the Kunkka that they're relying on for the catch and everything like that. Maybe the Ember can go out of control, but yeah, I'm going to go LFY for the way they played last game. And
all right.
Yeah, it's a super DK.
Super DK. Yeah.
I'm going for LFY as well. They're on a roll. Let's see if they can keep that up, or if Vici can keep their lower bracket run alive. It is over to Slacks and Blitz for game 2.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, your dream casting pair back yet again. TI8 waiting for its final casters. Blitz, this is the start of a beautiful, beautiful combo.
So anyways, we have LFY versus Vici.
Okay.
Lower bracket finals. Whoever wins this moves up.
That's true. And whoever loses it goes home. And here we go. The action is going to start here. LFY VG Gaming looking to get some action here. Federer, he's going to be out of your Warlock. You're going to have Young 11 on the Razor. Why don't casters do that anymore? It's kind of like the hype intro where they say everyone's names.
Have you done it?
Ori, he's going to be on your Ember Spirit. And Liam is going to be on your Kunkka.
You're really just going to ride with that, huh?
We're going to ride or die with Liam.
That is like maybe the Chinese player in like my Mount Rushmore top 5. And you're going to call him Liam repeatedly.
And you know this guy's name?
What?
The people like to call him Big Papa. Paparazzi. Monster Energy. DDC is going to be on your Ancient Apparition, and I'm bored of doing this. Here's Afu. Here we go. The horde has sounded. The runes are up. And the first rune is going to be going to Vici. Young 11 grabbing that rune first. And Omni Knight. Now, this looks familiar. I've run up there several times trying to steal that rune. Not looking too good. LFY trying to make his way out. Who is that? Who's playing that Omni Knight?
You don't know their offlaner?
Huh? His name's in Chinese.
Yeah, but it's the same offlaner for the last year and a half.
Oh, okay, great. Well, good to see him continuing to...
That guy. It's good to see that guy do pretty well. I'll give you a hint. His name starts with an I.
I know his name.
Yeah?
Yep. And here we go. The action in the middle lane as a lot of magical damage going to be going onto that Dragon Knight. Dragon Knight, though, he'll be okay. Just needs level 2. Gonna start getting that blood a-pumping, and he'll be healing it right up. What do you think about this laning situation, Blitz?
I think Ember does pretty good against DK, and you generally just need
Show me the bot!
somewhat mediocre.
Bottom lane, I felt that one coming, Bubby. Turing rocking out on top of that Night Stalker. The blocks, could it be? Half HP, indeed. Well done there. Top lane, meanwhile, couple heals. Ooh, Blitz, I gotta tell you, I love playing Warlock in the laning phase. Heal up your buddies, a massive amount of damage, pretty good.
Yeah, but this guy isn't going Soul Ring with you.
What a dummy. All right, Liam in some trouble here. He's going to be running away as quick as he can. Kunkka doing his little dance. He's been taunting a lot. We'll see if those taunts will come to bite him in the booty.
You got a taunt, man.
Uh-oh, here we go. No Degen Aura. I mean, yes, Degen Aura working its work. And here we go. Razor, he's got the link on him. He got to get out of there. That's the strength hero. Now he's going to be hitting pretty heavy. Liam out of mana, though, so not expecting to see a kill here. And the action continues. There's a lot of dance in this game, not a lot of killing. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Ember Spirit getting hot, hot, hot. Dragon Knight saying no. What do you think about these lanes?
So far, I think everything's going as planned. LFY should do just fine in the laning phase. Super might struggle a little bit against this Ember as the levels start to rack up. But Quelling Blade PMS melee versus melee is pretty even.
Top lane. Still not too much action. 0-0 at 2 minutes. What's the longest first blood you ever seen, Blitz?
I think a game went like 9 minutes before.
9 minutes without a first blood.
Situational, though.
Truly a testament of patience, time, and skill to take that long.
I actually think it was like a pretty horrible game, if I remember correctly.
All right, well, Just throw that comment down the garbage bin then. Just attack anything, I say.
Not at all.
No, no problem.
So your boy playing Omni Knight
Yeah,
is going to get torrented?
he is gonna get torrented. He got hit, but he's gonna be all right, buddy. He's gonna walk it along. I know you're gonna say his name.
I'm not. I'm going to hold it until you...
I know who it is,
Yeah?
and I'm sure our audience does as well.
It's one of those things that just doesn't have to be said. It goes without saying. He's so well known
Yeah, he
that
is
you just don't need to even bring it up.
truly like the name of Dendi and Arteezy before him. To even say his name is an insult. Such a famous offlaner. Top lane still just getting some farm, some pulling going on there. Support players, I'll call that out. Great pull there onto the side camp. I call that the old side swap there. Really great job. And in the mid lane, who's winning this mid lane? Is this the double damage DK winning this mid lane?
Yeah, the DK is actually doing a really good job so far. And Ember, not having the best time of it, but once he starts leveling up this Flame Guard, going to be pretty hard for him
Oh my god,
to
could this
not get
finally
all
be
the
the first
CS.
blood? No, no. There's no way this is going to be a first blood. Take your bets here. No. Sorry, continue, sir.
No, everything's fine so far. Nothing's really been exchanged too badly. The biggest thing is that the Dragon Knight is getting a lot of lane control, which is surprising to me. But I guess he can shove out the lane just as easily with that Breathe Fire. Normally it's whoever can outspam the other mid laner. And Ori doesn't even have the opportunity to Bottle Crow, so things are going to be a little bit more complicated for him.
Here we go. They're setting up on the mid lane. It's time to get that first blood at 4 minutes here. We have got Night Stalker in the prime position. It's the first night. And Ember Spirit really needs this level 6 if he's going to be able to survive here. He's right on the edge of it. He gets a little Breathe Fire on his face. Night Stalker taking his sweet time.
I'd be so surprised if they were able to kill him.
Prepare to get Surprise Blitz, because this guy's going down. Half HP. Half HP. Oh! What a gank it was. Truly heart-stopping stuff there in the middle lane as Night Stalker returns to whatever the hell he was doing. And the action continues. Now, Blitz, is someone supposed to be doing well right here?
I think laning phase-wise, it should be fine. It's kind of neutral a little bit
Oh, no!
at bottom.
Bottom lane, Omni Knight. He does have Repel. He's probably not going to get X back with that bad boy on. He's walking away. And there it is. Young 11 with their first blood. Thank you so much. On to Omni Knight down in that bottom lane. So very close call there. Omni almost made it out, but with the Tidebringer, didn't quite make.
Yeah. And Inflame almost has that Soul Ring. He's going to be somewhat okay. Going to go for your preferred build.
Yeah. What is that build?
Soul Ring.
That's right, but he got a poor man shield. He wasted his time. He had a soul ring there. He could have healed again and then repel. What a waste. Mid lane, 3 rotating to potentially get a kill here. Kunkka dropping that turret, and he misses it. Razor trying to move in as quick as he can. X marks the spot. It has him coming back very shortly, but he does have backup. Night Stalker moving in from the south.
They
the
need
north.
to get out.
They gotta run. Boys gotta go. Ember Spirit does get that fantastic root off, and could they turn it around here? No, no, they've still got to go. Super definitely staying alive thanks to 2 points in the Dragon. Dodges another turret. 3 men running.
One more second.
Oh, there he goes. All right, man down, and it looks like it's 2-0. Vici Gaming with a slight lead. I wouldn't say it's anything too spectacular.
No, so far things are pretty neutral, although this Razor has done a lot already. Young 11 has to rotate all the way from top to bottom. But I do kind of fear for them, Slacks, just because they've got 3 cores that don't really do much else but farm. I guess the Ember can make these rotations, but it's actually 11 so far that's been making them. But they're going to really need this Ember Ori to be able to do much to support 3 sort of greedy farms.
Uh-oh, here we go. Another late. Whoa! I love Omni Knight. Not scared at all. Starts running away, and then he starts fighting. Repel coming out there, and he does have backup. Afu moving in. Taking some right clicks. Could it be? There's the Soul Ring. Hell yeah. Actually, he ate the mango.
He ate the mango, man.
He's a mango eater. I never do that.
Why not? It got him the kill.
I mean, who cares about a kill? Now we got to buy a new mango.
That's all right. It got him a kill.
You got to save your money, Blitz. Uh-oh, down to the bottom lane. We're still diving here. Boom! Omni Knight taking out a Kunkka as well. Just rolling it. This guy is on fire. Some would say and he's in
Dire's
flames.
bottom tower is under attack.
Wow.
Got it, dude.
Really showing off your technical mastery of the art of the human language.
Thank you. His
I said
name is
human
in flames,
because-
right?
I don't know how much of this is English.
It's pretty. It's English. This is good. This is a great cast. Everybody loves it.
Yeah?
I think so.
Everyone around the world.
I think my cast and your cast are something that brings the world together. You know, they say the Olympics is the grandest sport for nations coming together. I think you and me come together and on a united hate front.
A united hate front.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping that people like me at the end of this.
I don't know, buddy. You made this happen.
Yeah, I did.
In the middle lane! Guy dies. That ice cream cone is melting as Ori gets another kill. 3, 2, 2. Show me some graphs. Show me the graphs!
They'll do it. There you go.
Whoa! Some good graphs. Seeing
That
a
one
lot.
kill knocks things down a little bit, but for the most part, things are okay. Dragon Knight TP's up here. Probably drop your dragon form. Take the safe lane tower. It's pretty significant. You can't back out at this point. Like, you're gonna commit hard for this. And the biggest question right now is how this Ember decides to rotate. I think Ember should just go back to base, heal, immediately TP up there, and they should take this fight.
Really?
They don't have Rock up, but it's a level 6 Jug, and for the Ember to commit to this, it's not that big of a deal just because this Dragon Knight is all the way up here.
And they do see that Omni Knight is still down on the bottom lane as well, so not the worst fight for them to actually take part of. But
Yeah.
will they do it? Not quite sure. Ember Spirit seems to be walking down to the mid lane, so they might be having some serious trouble with this tower.
This is a big commitment, though. Like, you have 2 cores up here right now that independently need farm, and they're going to commit hard for this tower. Ember does a smart thing. He saves his TP just in case he does want to rotate up there. But I feel like this was a tower that they probably could have fought. And you notice that Ori keeps stopping randomly. It's because he's trying to assess whether or not this is a fight that they actually want to take. And he's going to notice that the DK farm is about to go down. So he just resets, gets a little bit ahead. Dragon Knight slowed down a lot of his farm as a result of this.
Wow, wait, look at those stacks. Somebody's been busy. That's something you're never going to see in a pub blitz. You're going to see some 6 stacks.
You know what?
You're never going to see some of them 6 stacks in a pub. Just
Okay.
waiting for you.
A lot of people stack for me in my pubs.
Well, good for you. Must be that high behavior score, you know?
Hey, gamer here.
Hey! All right, bottom lane, still nothing going on. Razor and Omni Knight seem to be doing kind of equal spread here. Most played, Rappy. Who's that? Who that? What team that guy on?
Clutch gamers.
Clutch Gamers Rappy. 9 Pasha, 100%. Hell yeah.
Moon Meander was on that list as well.
Not anymore. Not anymore. All right, Lycan looking to get some action. I want to see some bloodshed. It's been 10 damn minutes. Remember yesterday when we had like 16 kills by now? Let's go. What are these people waiting on? Starting to get bored.
They've got really defensive heroes, man. And you need at least some items or some jump. LFY don't really have the burst, and they don't have levels in this Night Stalker yet, so it's hard for them to kill this Ember. At the same time, it's really hard for Vici to set up on anything. They don't have the level 6 on the Warlock. The Kunkka is going to be the hero making any sort of rotations, and Paparazzi actually smoked up right now. He wanted to be able to use his ult onto mid, but Super sense something, runs back, and instead they're going to turn their attention north on Monet,
Big
who's about to
Papa.
run out.
Nice. Gets an easy kill on to the Ancient Apparition. Here we go. Silence on a Kunkka. Will they be
want
able to
more.
do something with this? They don't have the ultimate from the Lycan.
He's got boat, though.
Oh no, the boat's coming in. Here comes the Sharks. Mistimed pretty bad there.
I mean, he died, so he couldn't...
Mistimed it.
He mistimed it on his death.
Pretty poor boat launch right there.
Dire's
God
bottom
damn it,
tower
a
is
lot
under attack.
And yeah, Ancient Apparition still not level 6. Desperately needs that. It's kind of a 6 or nothing hero here, Blitz.
Really is. It's kind of the same with Warlock. But should be a pretty significant fight here is Afu.
Oh, here we go. The fight is on. Omni Knight moving right in here under the shrine. They don't give a hoot. And
that's
the
a 3-man
Warlock.
Warlock ult.
Fantastic ult by Warlock. They're going to have to run as quick as they can. Repel coming out. And the slow.
Oh, the A boss completely
this
whiffs.
is a terrible job there. And Guardian Angel. So he's got plenty of time here. The spins are coming out, but here's the magical damage. Repel is on cooldown with that new long cooldown.
Jug's just
Dragon
gonna
Knight
fall.
turning it around. Run from the dragon.
They want to commit for this mid tower right now. With Warlock ult
Hell
down,
yeah.
they know that there's a boat available, but without the rock, not a whole lot of follow-up damage.
Sure.
And so I think LFY, they pop the Dragon Knight form. They've got it for another 20 seconds. But it's going to be a little bit too late, as there are 4 heroes gathered on the side of Vici, ready for this engagement. It's so important right now to keep your mid tower alive, especially in a game like this where they want to play that flat-out aggression game into your jungle. It prevents the amount of smokes that can go there. You can't get as much Roshan control, which is huge for Lycan.
No.
And so for Vici, it's big for them to be able to control this, and instead they're going to beeline bottom, take that tower, because they know that Dragon Knight's ulti is still down, so there is still some leeway for them to make plays without any sort of rebuttal.
Uh-oh. Ancient Apparition.
Oh, DDC is going to TP out. One second.
Get me out of here! No. That is one melted ice cream cone yet again. Dead! Man, as you're talking though, this match really is just a dance around the cooldowns. I guess that's why this is, you know, such a defensive match. They play around the DK, then you have to play around the Warlock. So meanwhile, AA trade for a middle tower, potentially. Nice combo here. Here comes the Sharks. Ah, just a second too late on those fatal bonds, or else that would have done exceedingly more damage as the boys start to run away. That would have been fantastic, Blitz.
There's no Omni ult, so it's a little bit hard for them to hard engage into that, and Paparazzi unable to do much with that ultimate, but they do hold their mid tower. We just talked about the importance of that and how often they have to do that. Even if it feels like, I think a lot of people understand this tower because a lot of them say like, oh, the tower's low, it's falling, whatever. But you notice that Vici, even at 150 health, they're grouped up as 4.
Oh yeah.
Trying to counteract that.
But then what happens when you get in that situation where you guys just keep 5-on-5 fighting at mid?
I mean, the hope is that you're holding it on your side, but if you give up this tower, it's a little bit too much map control, and now they're going to have to just because their Razor got chased up. I think that was a little bit of a mistake by Young 11 because he has to be that hero to take that front forward. But Ori, in response, is going to take this bottom tower, and he is quite farmed. He's going to complete the Boots of Travel right after this, and at the same time, we talked about it, losing that safe lane tower in the mid tower. Just look at how they prioritize how they're going to take towers. They don't care about this bottom, their own bottom safe lane tower. They're just making sure that they can take these 2 towers, the ones right here and the ones right here, just so that they can get control of this map. Then they can just farm up in this area. Eventually they go for Roshan, and everything becomes a lot easier.
Interesting. Now, is the tier 2 tower important up there?
Eventually you want to take that tier 2, but it's considered a slow tower because what ends up happening is that the enemy gets a lot of space as a result of you pushing that tower. You're really far deep into their base. It's not easy to make TP rotations or move downwards, and it's a little bit more obvious and easier to respond to.
Damn. And Flame plays Omni Knight just like me. Soul Ring into Mana Boot into Guardian Greaves. Hell yeah, I bet he's gonna get an axe this game. There we go. A little spinny out of there. No problem at all. Walking out.
That's a pretty common Omni build, dude.
Excuse me? It's patented.
It's patented.
Indeed. Look it up. All right.
You're 101.
There's a guild. I mean, a guide that says Sir Action Slacks is patented Omni.
Oh, at top?
Uh-oh, here we go. Razor and... Whew! That's that nice Doctor. Even a knight? He couldn't even fly away.
They got him.
They got him good.
They need a sentry their own jungle, though. I kind of like that they have their own ward here, but for the most part, you want to play around where you have vision, especially for Radiant side. That's going to be dire jungle, which we noticed like there's a high level of commitment in terms of the wards. They got one really deep in, and so that usually shows you where their game plan is next. And they got the ward at bottom just to spot people coming into their own jungle, but it's kind of a soft ward in that it doesn't reveal everything. It doesn't make it easier for you to see when they TP the shrine and stuff like that and go downwards. And so it's hard to play around that area of the map. But they send the Omni down there because he can always just repel TP out.
Okay, here we go. Speaking about defending towers that are useful, Dragon Knight going to commit his ult to this one. Could they actually decide to push in? Omni Knight did rotate top. Blink Dagger is up on Super. We're going to get some action here. Perhaps a smoke? I'm not a guy who makes predictions. So I'm not going to say they're going to smoke because they're not. So they're just going to farm things together and chill out, bro.
They need to push out the top wave before they can make any sort of smoke play. Plus, it's daytime for another 2.5 minutes. And without that nighttime, they're lacking a little bit in terms of control. The bigger move, probably, if you want a prediction, is they get the Necro 2, bare minimum. In 2 minutes, they can make a smoke play while Monet goes to the Roshan. Or they can clear out the jungle in here. But going straight in for it without any vision, plus the fact that there's a rock on the other side, and you know that Vici want to use it, And this is a sloppy move by Monet, as he's going to get caught right here.
Here we go. The Wolf taken out in the middle of nowhere while Juggernaut and Omni Knight are doing something really weird up at the top lane. So, although it seems like LFY is getting a lot of farm, I don't know. PG's getting some really good picks here, Blitz.
Yeah, that was a significant one too. I think they might have thought that everyone was sitting behind Young 11 at bottom. And that's generally the issue with playing your own jungle, is that you don't have that vision, so you're not certain. But at the same time, just walking near that Roshan pit, he has to know that Vici, they're trying to utilize this rock timing. And they're going to try to pick up this mid tower themselves.
Okay, team's trying to get something going here. And meanwhile, in the back lane, 11 just going ham on him. There we go. Frozen up, though, by the Ancient Apparition right before he dies. Ember Spirit now taking some major hits by Omni Knight. Omni Knight being dragged back into Mr. Dragon Knight, all on his lonesome. Omni, don't leave him. He needs some help. Dragon Knight, there you go.
Ember's out of mana right now. They want to take this fight. Paparazzi's out of mana, too. He's got Soul Ring up, but no TP, and so this should be a death. They're going to chase this out. Ember's completely out of mana as well.
Wow.
Super has quite a bit on him. 4 seconds for the blink, but doesn't even need it to wipe this one out. And
what the hell was that? That was a crazy commit, and they all had no way out. It was an all or nothing, and they got nothing out of that, Blitz.
Well, they thought that because it was still daytime and the fact that they had Rock up, you really want to utilize Rock whenever you can, just because it's not just a high cooldown, but otherwise, like, your Warlock player is kind of useless, right? He's walking around trying to do stuff, but doesn't really have a play, can't really commit to too much. And so they're trying to use the Rock. They do so, but they don't really have the damage to kill the DK quite yet, as in mid, Monet should be fine.
Yeah.
Is going to get X'd up, but with no Torrent available, and Paparazzi commits to the Shadow Blade.
Yep, barely missed that torrent. If you got that torrent, excuse me, that shark would have taken a big bite. You scared of sharks? You ever spend any time by the water?
No.
No?
You're right, though. You say Torrent wrong.
Torrent?
Weird.
I don't know.
It sounds like you saying Tora.
Turret is what my mind says this.
Turret? Like current?
Like turret. Like a, you know, like a gun. Torrent? I don't even understand what that's supposed to mean.
Dire are scanning. Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's
What is a
bottom tower
torrent?
is under attack. Radiant's top tower is
What?
under attack.
Like torrential rain?
Ah, really?
Yeah.
It's not like something that happens in the Grand Seas? Like a whirlpool?
It is.
A torrent? All right. I feel like this is the most miserable moment of your life right now, buddy. Here we go. The Wolf is taken yet again. This guy just keeps getting picked off. What is going on with him today?
I mean, it's difficult for him to live there. He thought he had enough cover, as on the other side of things, Super gonna take down Lanem, and Paparazzi TP's in for this. Has that ultimate available, but he's gonna run out of the Sentry Vision.
Woo! Young 11 is just wailing on this poor Ancient Apparition. He didn't even do anything wrong. He just went out to go get his coffee for the day and got slapped down because Dragon Knight's making mistakes. That can't feel great. Here we go, Dragon Knight going right in.
He doesn't know that Paparazzi's is right here, and Paparazzi, though, gonna elect not to come out. Super does have the Blink Dagger in too.
Oh, he could take a guess here. Here we go. It's looking pretty good. Shadow Blade in. The Blink Dagger is available. As soon as the stun is over, we could be seeing a big old stun, and he's actually going to go on the wrong dude.
The Rock is committed for this too.
How are they going to commit a Rock? There's no way they're going to get anything good out of this. Omni Knight rushing out in the front, trying to do what he can. Nice heal up on the Dragon Knight.
This is not a fight that Vici can take, and Ori, he's committed for this.
Oh, gets hit by the AA blast. He's going to try to walk away there. They do have heals, but it ain't going to help him out with the Juggernaut. And just a very unorganized decision-making there. Dropping the Rock.
This is going to be a Roshan for free.
Yeah.
And that's the problem with Warlock as a hero, is that when you go in, you drop that Rock, it's such a large cooldown. We talked about how effective these low cooldown abilities are. But Warlock, if you're committing that Rock, you better make sure you win that team fight.
Sure.
Because otherwise, 2 minutes, you're nothing.
They got nothing to do now here. It's very bad. No easy initiation. They could still try to do something here. Ori in position. They could land a nice boat. Shadow Blade from the back line. He's going to get the Icicle.
Oh, that is a huge Omni Slash.
Woo!
But at the same time, let's see how the rest of this fight goes as Monet.
Yeah, here we go. Chasing out Liam. Liam in some trouble. Young 11, though, getting the crits from the Wolf. The repel is on.
They want to go back in for the Roshan. They don't want to get distracted by this if they can, but Might have to reset. They do have Necrobook for quite some time. It's a little bit scary playing against this Jug right now. At the same time, I feel like that still could have been a Roshan for them.
I mean, it still can be. They just dewarded right there, right? They can go back in. Wait, they didn't? Did they not deward? I thought they had wards right there. Oh, who cares? All right, Blink. Right up on the Ember. He just blows up, dude. What was that, Blitz? What the hell was that?
I'm not sure, dude.
What just happened?
He showed himself for like 2 seconds and died. They're
That
gonna
was-
get the Roshan now, but
Oh, no.
probably could have happened a little bit sooner. Lanham is gonna make his way over there. Kunkka, one of the best heroes at defending this Roshan area.
Uh-oh, here we go. Just
this
an
is not the
instant
fight you
blink
wanna
back
take.
on. Oh, my God. Trying to walk away there, and Omni Knight finishing him off, and the boys are moving back now. They just keep getting one pick and escaping. Not this dude. Afu gonna be F you. He out of there.
What?
He dead.
Did you say he was gonna F you out of there?
I said, you know, Afu, they said F you.
Okay, okay.
Took him out of there.
All right,
It was
What is this
clever.
like weird detective?
I mean, I don't.
voice?
When I get excited, I go back into my New York accent. I
You-
lived there for a couple of years.
Did you?
Yeah.
When?
New York, California, Connecticut, Colorado, Florida. I moved a lot.
Man,
We were on the lam.
from what? From the torrents?
The torrents, they never stop.
They don't stop chasing you.
My whole life, chased by the torrents. Man. Duran. Here we go. All right, this Roshan is quite the point of contention for both these teams. Young 11 coming in here, what are they doing? They trying to sneak a
got Rock.
Roshan?
They've got Rock.
You think you can be sneaky little bastards? Not today. Repel on that wolf. Down to the ground. He is hungry like the wolf. Looking around, lost, and he's found. And he is doing himself a Roche. Boys looking for something here. Look at those Necro units scanning out, getting rid of those wards. They're so quick. Roshan's at half HP. He doesn't know why so many people are visiting him. Is it his birthday? Is it Mother's Day? Because there's a lot of kids at his house. Here we go. Initiation onto the Ember Spirit.
Where's the Rock? Watch for the Rock.
Oh, here comes the thingy. Not gonna do anything
holding
here.
it,
Wow,
but-
11, there we go. Whoa, a little late there to save 11. The Rock is dead, and that is horrific for this team.
Yeah, Vici's got to get out now. This is such an awkward fight for them to take. They need more setup to be able to take this fight. Like, they've got the damage, but this is the downside of having 3 cores that aren't these instant initiations or lockdowns. Like, Ember's a very soft lockdown, so it's a little bit different, as Inflame has no fear whatsoever.
Yeah, this is not great. We're really not seeing a lot out of these Rocks. Whoa, and here we go. Initiation on to Jug. Do they have what it takes? Ooh, that AA ult is going to land perfectly. Well done. They're just lining this stuff up. I thought that was going to be a GG call right there.
You thought that was going to be a GG call?
I mean, that was pretty depressing, man. They
this
wasted the
game is-
Rock. The Juggernaut gets picked. Ugh.
Click the Warlock. This is like the most optimistic hand of Midas.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, that's a report right there. That's a look at this fantastic shark that does absolutely nothing.
So the biggest problem is that this Omni Knight has healed like 20,000 damage. He's had
Yeah.
just way too much value.
Top tower
In these
is
scrappy
under
fights where you
Dire's
can't lock him
middle
down, no
tower has
silence
fallen.
for a large portion of the game, you don't have a hero like Earthshaker or something that can insta-lock him down.
Radiant's bottom tower
This is the
under
issue
attack.
we talked about in the very beginning. When you have 3 cores that are super greedy like this, can't do anything, you don't deal enough damage, so many mouths to feed.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Yeah, this is just really...
It worked out in the laning phase, but if you over-prioritize for the laning phase, this is what happens.
And the laning phase wasn't even that impressive either. I mean, oh, nice job by Omni Knight. If he has Repel coming off in a little bit, he can still save Super. He repels himself! What a dick! What the hell was that?
Misclick, misclick,
Misclick my ass!
misclick,
No way!
misclick,
Homie, just watched him get killed.
misclick.
There ain't no misclicks here. This is professional dotes.
He misclicked, dude.
I don't think so.
Okay, Afu is on the run.
It's okay. He's Night Stalker. He's just gonna fly on out of here. See ya!
Whoosh.
Dire's
I'm really
middle
impressed by the
tower is
Lycan.
under
Lycan
attack.
was getting pooped on, and then he just kind of came back out of nowhere. Let's take another look at this quote-unquote misclick. Help me, Omni Knight, he says. Okay, I'll heal you.
I mean, to be fair, Super was really far deep in.
Look at this,
Like,
dude.
There's a line, there's an invisible line
Look
that you
at
draw
this.
around the tower, like a concave, and if you pass that line, you're on your own.
Oh! That's fantastic. All right, anyway.
He was
Liking,
on
though.
the on your own line.
Yeah, he was. Sometimes you go too deep. That's what I call the blood blindness, you know?
Yeah?
Yeah. When you got so much blood from killing over your eyes, you just can't see where you're at anymore.
I don't know if I like that.
All right, what would you call it?
Rune of invisibility.
Blood drunk? It's pretty good.
Bloodthirsty?
Bounty.
That's too close to blood seeker.
Well, no, but bloodthirsty is like the more common term for this.
Thirsty's not like something that, oh, he died because he was blood thirsty.
He's a little bit too bloodthirsty.
All right, whatever.
That's a term.
Every time I watch a Lycan game, I want someone to sing
Dire's top tower
Duran
is under
Duran's
attack.
Hungry Like a Wolf with me.
I know. I saw you pull out the page.
Yeah. Would you like to do it?
Not really. I feel like please hire me again for your finals. Like I'm a much better caster than this.
What are you talking about?
Bring Cap out here.
No, I
I'll
am
show
Cap.
you-
All right, fine. Would you like me to do
I'll
a
show my real
capitalist?
resume, guys.
I'll do a capitalist cast if you want.
Yeah, I'm in.
Sure. I never listened to one of his casts
Dire's
before,
bottom
but.
tower is under
All right, here we
attack.
go. Pushing down to the bottom lane. All right, I'll do a cap cast for you so you feel comfortable.
Dire's bottom tower.
Bottom lane, a lot of pressure as they move on. The creeps certainly getting some hits down here. Now, it's important that they take this bottom two-tier tower. A lot of pressure, a lot of damage here. We're gonna see what VG can possibly do to rebuttal this incredible aggression. Blitz Dota, bail me out of this one.
Dire's bottom tower
All right,
has
so
fallen.
they're going to show up bottom. They still have an Aegis. They want to be able to take this down. The better thing to do this time around is to allow the Lycan forward. The DK, he needs to hide behind this
Loud
area.
noises interruption as we start to dive into the tower there. A line has been drawn and that line has been crossed as they are taking some severe hits.
No, you need to
the
back
Warlock hold, it's perfect. They got the Fatal Bonds. They're pushing with everything that they got, but the boys are so quick. They're running out here. Ducking the city and the night is a wire. Streaming the subway and the earth's on fire. Dead, bitch. There goes Dragon Knight. This dude's in trouble. He's running away. Omni Knight in trouble. He's going to repel out TP. What are you going to do? Nothing about it.
Told you, man. Don't cross that line.
There we go. Uh-oh. Wow.
Oh, he dies to neutrals. Quite good for him, but when you cross this area, like every single time, you're going to die. Like it's just how it goes. Even if a team is significantly behind, when you hold that area, you're fighting under a shrine, you just get to get kited because there's so much space to play around. And that's such a difficult part for them to go into.
Sure.
Like even with the Aegis and the Omni healing you, once you cross that line, boom, you just die.
Now,
They get the kill,
Yeah.
they stay for a little bit too long, and then you realize they start to back up. They're like, oh, wait, Lana buy back. Guys, we have to back out of this. And that's like the perfect time you want to commit your Warlock ulti to.
Yeah.
Because they're all so clumped up in that small area. It's a perfect time to use it. It's really
was
hard to
perfect.
fight.
Now I feel like that point where Super turns around after they're all running, they all made it out of there. They were fine. He turns around and he starts right-clicking people again, and then that's when it turns into a disaster. But what are you going to do? You can't just leave your Dragon Knight to die if he makes that decision. So I'm not sure if it was crossing the line that was that big of a deal since they all made it out, but that point to go back in again certainly seemed like the wrong play.
Yeah. Definitely not the plan to be able to re-engage like that. Because it doesn't matter if your Aegis carrier lives in that situation, because everyone else is going to die. That's the problem with overcommitting past the tower like that, is maybe one or two people can go there, but the entire team can't follow up with you.
All right.
And so you're only utilizing your front 2 or 3 heroes. Like, how are your supports ever supposed to help you out in that situation?
They can't. I mean, they cannot walk up there and be with you. They die in one hit.
Yeah,
so,
they're not that strong, and so you have to be a little bit more disciplined in that sort of high ground assault. They had Aegis, they've got Omni Knight Repel. They can take things more slow than that. They can just chip away at the tower, send wolves in. There's no rush.
I'll take that as tribute.
Yeah. All right, well, you know what? I would actually like to see the graphs for real this time. I feel like we could see something interesting here. That's getting interesting, Blitz. That's getting interesting there. What are you thinking? Could this be the big comeback, potentially?
If they do that one more time, it's probably pretty even at that point. They've kind of messed it up twice now, where they've gone a little bit too far. They've dug their heels in.
Radiant's top tower
Vici
is
were
under
able to
attack.
repel them back. the cores, I mean, this Ember is now starting to get really strong. He's been the recipient of a lot of these kills. Like, these are not the type of heroes that you want to just give out freebies to. Because they are greedy. They can't really make plays, but they can hold.
Big kill if he can get it. Wow! Instead of stunning, he turns into the dragon.
He had to.
Did he? I thought he was.
It gives you longer range.
Okay. Okay, 2 iced up in the back, but they're actually gonna just full take out of this one. That did not work out. Meanwhile, Ori is chasing down. Don't tell me that's the ice cube again. Whew. DTC having some real hard time staying alive in this game. It's a pretty rough game for an ancient apparition, though.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Soon he will have that 4 steps, and we'll be seeing him die a little bit less as LFY. The lead that they had is starting to go down a little bit. Silence up on the Ember. Not going to be a kill here. A pipe is completed on Omni Knight, though, so Repel is not as essential as it used to be. So this game is far from over from both teams. Straddle the line. Monet. Not going to be reading that no more. We got Kunkka Den. Here we go. Chase on the Razors. Trying to... Oh, BKB popping Juggernaut from the background. Nice stun there. And what is that ultimate? Just on in flame. Worth question mark. Not really if he makes it out. He will not make it out. Yeah. Good job.
Doesn't get the repel off.
Solo ult on Omni Knight. Worth for Warlock.
You're going to take this. This is the first time that you can use it all offensively all game. And being able to kill the Omni, he's been the really big thorn in Vici Gaming's side. They're going to grab a tier 2, get some map control, and this Ember can now play really aggressively, especially with that bottom tier tier 2 taken. He can start pressuring the base whenever they go for the split. And now things get really complicated as a result of those 2 failed pushes.
I mean, that's what happens when you're way too far ahead. Warlocks, that Midas, you know, we laughed. Now it's starting to come into effect. Now he's starting to make some money. Agnum Scepter being on the way. So, I don't know if they can afford to fail too many more pushes, Blitz. They might have only like 1 or 2 left in them.
Yep. They're getting closer right now. Their heroes, I mean, their heroes still scale well. They need their Dragon Knight to deal a little bit more damage, tank a little bit more. They're going to pause. I've learned that the 2 equal signs is the universal symbol for pause.
Is it?
In China.
Wow. Any idea why?
I'm not going to...
Okay. Well, think that though. Anyway. Blitz, what made you want to be an analytical caster, may I ask? Why not the hype cast? I mean, you've got the pizzazz, you've got the heart for it.
Nah, dude, I'm way too low key.
Are you sure?
I can't hype myself up if I can't. Like, if I'm not hyped naturally, I can't fake it. I don't have that ability to just be like, ah.
I mean, that was great right there.
Yeah.
That was really put me up.
Really gonna get the blood flowing. Can't
like
do it.
Raising the dead as a...
Because naturally I'm just like this. I'm very flat.
Why don't we have a little fun? Now the game's back on, why don't you be the hype caster and I'll be the analyst?
Alright, we'll do that.
Go ahead.
They're gonna push down mid, farm some ancients.
Keep going.
Super. I mean, he killed that
Come on,
ancient.
try, dude, try.
This is me trying. Don't laugh at my attempt.
Give it.
You're making me self-conscious about it.
Come on, dude.
You killed it.
No, I haven't killed it. All right, keep going, keep going. You're the hype caster. I'm the analyst now.
You ruined the momentum.
The only way I know how to be an analyst is... Okay, we do have to be serious. Let's bring it back in here. As we wait for them to farm. The boys... a nice... Why repel? I'm not quite sure. But, sure, why not? We're good. Oh, here we go. Lycan yet again caught out, but nice backup here. Could we get a freeze? They got a freeze, they got a kill! That's pretty huge! Monet, who has stereotypically been a bit of a weak link on this team, constantly caught out. This time they baited him out. They found that pattern and they were waiting in the wilds. So with a big pickoff there, he does have a buyback, but that gives him a little bit of a chance to roam around.
That's nice.
Things kind of get reset. Roshan's going to come up too. This is a good time to do it. Ember has the buyback, but you don't really want to commit it for this. Young 11's going to TP in. Everyone's going to get in position. Well, they do have the rock in 20, but you don't want to fight before then. I don't think there's going to be enough time, even if he does buy back, for them to take this fight. They're all around this area. I think they sense something's up, but
Warlock
probably not going to matter.
Probably going to be coming soon, though. Here we go.
Oh, they're smoked up.
They're thinking about it.
Ember's dead for 35, though. This is probably a wasted smoke, honestly.
Yeah, they didn't really have much of a chance. Vision in there showing that Roshan is very low, so they're just going to be backing up.
I'm surprised they used the smoke for that. Like, we talked about the factors involved. They don't have a vision hero, so they don't really know what's going on in there. On top of that, Warlock ulti wasn't cooled down. Like, maybe if it was, you can commit the buyback and go for that huge fight.
Sure.
Like, you instantly jump. You TP, you go for it, but with that available, that was kind of just a waste.
Yep, smokes, you know, have the longest cooldown in Dota 2. 9 minutes. So, gotta be careful with that.
Yeah, you can't waste those things.
That's like my favorite part about Dota, like when kids from like 2 and 3K start figuring out what smoke is, and then they buy it and they just use it randomly. Yeah, those are precious resources, dude.
They matter.
They matter. You matter, Blitz.
Thanks.
All right, so Roshan on the deck. They're probably going to be looking for a pick here before they can decide to go full commit here. Monet just getting bigger and bigger. Does have that Aegis, so we can think about doing something here. Night Stalker with some nice vision. They do see the Razor. Will they decide to test those double blades? Here we go. Young 11 getting initiated on. Pops that BKB and walks right into an AA blast. No problem there, though. As Kunkka, they're just going to completely ignore him for the time being. And boom, there goes your Razor right there. There's the pickoff they're looking for. And suddenly the situation gets quite dire for Team Dire.
They need to split this map right now. Or he's going to push in bottom. This top push is going to come in. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to be faster. Super doesn't have boots or boots of travel or anything like that. No TP for another 60 as Inflame. He has to be careful, but he can't defend this tower by himself. So they're probably going to have to back off of this, reset their lanes, and then go for a push. As the ult's going to get dropped too. He does have a Diffusal Blade, but just going to get out of there. And now the play is to push out bottom while top is pushed in. Super pushes in mid, and then you just go for it again. Yeah.
Pretty effective stall there by those two. Made sure that they didn't get anything out. The Kunkka has respawned already, and Razor will be back on deck any moment now. Looking for yet another pick. LFY seems to just be getting those 1 kills, putting on the pressure, and VG a bit on the back foot here. But both teams do have the capability to win this one out. I mean, they both have pretty great late game lineups.
This Lycan gonna shove in. All 3 lanes are now shoved in. That's the ideal situation against this lineup. Because you know when you're this far behind or the enemy team has an Aegis, you just want to split the map and keep them pushing in their lanes repeatedly without any sort of recourse. And so Ember needs to push out top right now. That's step 1. He needs to start a new wave breathing down that tower, but the top one is going to be the roughest because there's still a tier 2 available. So he's got another thing impeding his progress. But this is such a smart move by Super. He didn't react to that bottom push at all. He just continued to shove in mid so that these 2 waves can connect. And he understands that that top wave will push itself out, and that tower's going to act as a natural deterrent anyways. So now you have to do things smart. You can just repel Super in.
Yeah.
He can pop his Dragon Knight form.
Get that pipe of insight. Wait for that pipe to be drowned. And then you go and pop in that repel. Monet just taking on that tower, hitting it up. They're going to be able to get that Fortify out, and here comes the repel now. Any second. 3, 2,
He's okay.
1.
They've got cheese.
Oh, he saves it there. All right, here we go. Gucciing it up, waiting for that tower. A BKB committal coming out from Juggernaut. If they could just walk back here and he gets nothing out of that, that's horrific.
He doesn't have his ulti for another 1 second. Now he has it. The big Warlock ulti is going to be what we look for here. Fenrir, as soon as he commits it, that's do or die for Team Vici.
Yep.
If they lose that fight, then it's pretty safe to call it as Ori just doing some harass. The repel's finally going to come out.
Yep.
They're going to reset things a little bit. They've got their Necro books up, but Dragon Knight form is about to pop. They could just wait for the next one, kill these. Oh, they can't even kill this.
Hiya! Great right click there. Oh, could they actually be fighting this? They're getting in a kind of a fighting position here. The team moving in.
I mean, I don't know how Vici is meant to fight this.
I mean, they're hungry. They're feeling it. Inflame, get the Arcane, repel up. Oh, and now Omni Knight getting the whipping lashing there.
I feel like this is kind of an okay fight for them to take.
Yeah, you think so for VG?
Yeah.
Huh.
They can at least push him back.
Sure.
Reset their lanes. They need to reset their lanes before they do anything. It's so important.
They're really taking their time on both teams. I mean, after those 2 kind of failed committals by LFY, they've realized their mistake. They're not just going to throw this match away, and they're mostly poking and prodding and taking what they can slow and steadily. Looking good. Look at him go, Blitzy. Hitting them crappies. Oh, I hope we get to see the 200 torn AoE. That's always fun. I love that. It's gigantic, dude. It's a gaping turret.
Is that what you take?
I do.
Probably. 35 magic resist? Whatever. You need to play offensive.
Absolutely.
It actually is kind of whatever, I feel.
Absolutely. Magic resistance is always whatever.
But getting an additional 10 levels in a game like this where your team is struggling?
Are you really think LFY is struggling? I wouldn't call
No,
it struggling.
Vici.
Oh, okay.
How's he going to get to... We were talking about Kunka.
Oh, yeah. He's on the other team.
You forgot that?
No, you know, I just testing your knowledge if we're going to make this a TI casting pair.
Yep.
Need to make sure you're
Keep
strong.
me on my toes.
There you go. All right. We wait again as these lanes start to get pushed out. It is a time of patience and pickoffs yet again. What is with this kid? BKB popped. He's going to be a wolf now, and they're actually going to turn it around and gets a nice pick on the Juggernaut.
They want to keep going for this too.
Hell yeah, here we go. AA blast
they need to fight around the shrine.
Woo.
On him. He's going to go down 2, drops the boat. No sort of follow-up.
Oh.
If Warlock dies here too, Fenrir does have the buyback, but he's so close to that Ags.
Sweet googly moogly.
And now they can transition it into a mid-push too. This Dragon Knight form is really fresh, and if you click his hero, has that DD rune.
This is horrific. All right, here we go. DD hits. These Vrax are not going to be feeling too good. Everybody alive on LFI.
Paparazzi
Omni
doesn't have buyback.
Hello! Blinking in and taking some huge attention here. Running straight at the enemies. And now we're going to keep on moving.
Yeah, this is probably going to mean Mega Creeps.
At least, my friend. Megas at least. If they kill them, it might just be the good game.
Yeah, they probably have to wait for Jug to respawn before they commit everything, but at minimum... Oh, they're not going to go for it, surprisingly. I feel like they... Oh, Dragon Knight form ended. They can reset. It's fine.
Sure.
They get the Shrine. The game is already pretty rough right now for Vici. And that was the kind of fight that they needed, taking one outside. They went on the the Lycan, who's pretty much unkillable. Pops that BKB. He has 3,300 HP.
I mean, this is it. You want to talk about Pavlov dogs? You want to talk about some psychology? In the earlier game, they said Lycan's always going to be an easy pick. Go ahead and get him. And then he taught him. Kill Lycan, get a little treat. And then Pavlov is switched around. Now he's got his whole team waiting for that pickoff, buddy.
You're right.
That's basics Dota psychology 101.
He's almost got Shapeshift up at all times now, by the way.
That's pretty big.
He's got the 33-second Wolf.
Some would say unkillable indeed. You know who's not unkillable, though? Rest of his team, as they're going to go right on top of Dragon Knight. Not your best target to go for.
Super's not. He's got 3,600 health.
Woo! Omni Knight moving in the fray, and the Lotus Orb popped up on the Dragon Knight with a BKB to follow it up as well.
He's got a buyback and go for this fight. This is your all-in fight right now. Warlock's going to drop 2.
Oh, no. Okay, Warlock, no buyback. That huge ult not going to be committed here. Here we go. Great torrent, but it doesn't look like it's going to be doing anything as the entirety of LFY start cleaning this place
still
up.
Alive. Ori doesn't have buyback now.
Oh.
And Paparazzi, he's going to go down 2. 11 is the last one alive, but GG's going to be called.
What an end, you know? VG, they thought, really looked like they could have done it, but I guess those overcommittals by LFY, they took their time, they took a few deep breaths, and they said, you know what? We're not going to throw this game. We're going to take our time. We're going to reel it back in, Blitz.
Yeah, and that's really rough for Vici to go out like that. I don't think this was probably one of the better drafted lineups just because it feels really greedy. There was a moment or two where there was a little bit of hope breathed back into them, but LFI, as long as they played patient, game was kind of in their hands the entire time.
It certainly was. Well, one hell of a fight there from LFY, and that is going to be a goodbye to our friends at VG Gaming. So we'll swing it back to the panel, boys. Hello there.
Hello?
Hello, boys
Hi.
and girls. How you doing?
Good. How are you doing?
Oh, we just had a wonderful time.
How was
this
it?
guy, we love it over here.
Oh, great.
Help me. It's okay. Well,
Not twice, if you need saving. All right, thank you guys. And that was that was a one-sided game, you guys.
yeah, they had some, they had some like decent stuff happening in the early game, but like Will was touching on too, it's a very greedy draft. Tri-core, having the Ember, Razor, and Jug. They want to have to go really late, but there's not enough places for all these heroes to farm, and with the pace that LFY was setting in this game, it's like they just kept fighting. And you see Ori was super farmed in this game, of course, on the Ember Spirit, but Paparazzi was definitely under-farmed on Jug, and he couldn't really get into the fights. Yeah, it just seems like it was really tough to play. I mean, LFY is just so comfortable with these type of draft. When they have super on this Dragon Knight, they just group up, and it's constant fighting.
Yeah, I mean, it's super DK. I think, you know, once again, this is just something that when you're playing against LFY, especially, I would have felt like these Chinese teams, you know, they know to look out for this.
Yeah.
You know, it's. I guess they just feel that they do have ways to play around it, but the team as a whole is great around it. As I said, sure, this time around looked a bit better for Ori, but overall, it was just the same situation. LFY get ahead, they're sort of forcing them